lobbied enough money and power to put those and implement those rules and regulations. But are these pastors now starting to cross that line of preaching faith, or are they starting to use faith to drive political scripture?
That's the oldest trick in the book. Use religion to make political moves. That's why people.
What was the Holy Roman Empire?
Right, exactly. You partnered with the Pope, who was supposed to be the ultimate chosen one, right? But that's kind of the difference between the gospel and the Jewish or Zionist. I'll just say Zionist, because I feel like there are so many good Jewish people out there. And I think that's who the Bible is referencing when God returns, when Jesus returns, and on his horse and with his angels, and all the knees will bow. I think that is the Jews that the Bible is referring to. These other Jews, I think they're just not Jews. They're just Zionists. They're Ashkenazi
And Sephardic.
and Sephardic.
Yeah,
European.
in the sheep cloth. Yeah.
No, it's just that's the philo group they belong to.
Yeah, the actual.
That's taxonomically what they are.
Yeah, the ethnicity, like nationalists, that's just they're the synagogue, like just generally they're the synagogue of Satan, dude. Like it's pretty straightforward. They have it's almost like, so something I read was that the Catholics and the Zionists are actually very similar in that the Zionists are pretty much identical to what the Pharisees were. Like the Zionists are what's the word for, like, the descendants, the descendants of the Pharisees, and the Catholics are the descendants of the Sadducees. They just have branding that, that's why, a lot of times Catholicism uses that, like, shame and go to a guy and confess and all that stuff. And then, then they have their, like, catechism, which is, basically kind of the same thing as the Talmud, except the catechism, at least when I went through catechism as a young Catholic, doesn't have all of that crazy weird stuff that the Talmud has, where it's like literally says Jesus is in hell, boiling in excrement. Like, that is literally words out of there. The other excerpts, I spent a lot of time in the catechism there. I've never seen anything that weird.
Right.
Yeah, it just kind of makes me sick to even say that, but it's like.
Yeah, and I think that, like, the deeper level issue with all this too is, like, the thing that's always, like, thrown me for a loop why all these different organizations have such a boner for Israel is Israel is literally, it's a secular country. They allow abortion. Like, they are the gay capital of the Middle East.
There's also no extradition laws. If, say, a pedophile were to get hit up on whatever they got hit up on, they can go to Israel and they cannot be extradited from there.
Well, it's an ethno state.